What's good? This be your girl Divine Karma coming in with today's Oracle message. How are you? I send you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. I hope everyone's doing well. No card today. Y'all know sometimes I speak from experience and I speak, always speak from the heart. But I want to talk about never being afraid to protect yourself. And that's whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. A lot of people that, have been rocking with me for a little bit know that I tapped into my psychic and special gifts, as I call them, some years ago. And it makes people feel some type of way when they know that I have these gifts. But as I have always said previously, I use them for the greater good because I believe that's what the divine consciousness or God or whoever source is for you, Allah, gave these gifts to me for. Now, with that being said, there has been times where I have had to put the gloves on. And I want especially my spiritual people, that's on that journey and finding themselves and, coming into their own, to never be afraid to protect yourself spiritually, physically, or any other way, right? And recently I've had some encounterments where I have had to put my spiritual gloves on and get into some spiritual gangster-ish, as I like to call it. And a lot of people that, I learned from and studied with and things of that nature, and some of my soul tribe that I found on my journey, I used to be afraid to, I don't call it playing dirty, because if I'm protecting myself spiritually or any kind of way, man, I'm allowed to do that. That is, for me, that is like that's in the rule book from the divine consciousness. You are always to protect yourself by any means necessary, right? And unapologetically at that. So that is something that I learned, because early on in my journey, I would, people would come for me spiritually, energetically, physically, whatever have you. And I would sit with my gifts and like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. We always have a right to protect ourselves. Now, does that mean I would do something to wish somebody harm? I don't use my gifts in that capacity. And when I say my gifts, people that ain't, spiritually on that part in their journey might not understand or understand what I'm saying. When I say use my gifts, when I call on guides and angels, they answer me, literally. When I ask for something, when it comes to this aspect of my arena, protecting myself, and I let them know that someone is spiritually or mentally or physically or emotionally seeking to do me harm, they answer me instantly. This is not for play. They answer me instantly, and they ask me, what do I want done? I don't seek out to harm people, even for those that are trying to harm me in any kind of way, even spiritually attack me. The first thing I do is return to sender. That is the first thing I ask my guides and angels to do. Now, for my spiritually inclined people, I will have you know the first two people that I call on is Lilith and Kali. If you are not familiar with Lilith and Kali, I urge you to familiarize yourself. But that is who I call on first when I'm about to get into some spiritual gangster-ish, right? Because they are known to handle business in that arena. But I always tell them return to sender, not just return that in whatever energy they give into, however they are trying to harm me or attack me. I ask to return to sender, but I ask to return it usually 100 or 1,000 fold than what they tried to send it to me. Do not be afraid to ask your guides, ask your angels. Even if praying is your thing, I meditate, but if praying, to pray for protection and to ask that energy to be returned to sender. Now, have there been some occasions where I have had to go a little above that simple energy. There has been times, and again, I will tell you, and I used it because somebody was trying to physically harm me, and I had to call on my people. And when I asked for them to return that to sender, how they physically tried to harm me, uh, 1,000-fold, they were in the ER within 3 days. Some people can say it's a coincidence. I don't do coincidences in this planet, and I know who I am. I know what my powers can do, and I know when I call on my guides and angels, they answer me. So the message today is you have a right to protect yourself. There is nothing wrong with asking for people that are trying to mentally, spiritually, physically, or emotionally harm you to return that energy to them, whatever fold you see fit, you know? And, I don't use my gifts to harm people. I love you. The most, fulfilling part of using my gifts is doing energy healing on people, life coaching, and channeling for people that like to speak to their loved ones in spirit world, because I got that gift as well. Um, I have clients that I think they pay me because they want to test me to see if I am who I am. And probably 5 minutes into the session, they end up crying because they realize I've never met them, never met their family, and I can tell them things that have happened from kindergarten in their life to their 30s, 20s, whatever. And I don't know you and don't know your family. So, and that's not to brag, it's just to say I'm grateful for my gifts, and it's the most fulfilling thing that I've probably ever done in this lifetime is to use these gifts. So I'm very grateful for them. But don't be afraid to protect yourself, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who feels some type of way about me doing that, protecting myself. That's your business. That's your problem. But I can tell you right now, Divine's going to protect herself. And if you come for me, the response that you get is not going to be one that you are going to be comfortable with. This I promise you. All right. This is your girl, Divine Karma. Y'all know the drill. You want to check out my website to see the services I offer. New Earth Mindset, newearthmindset.com is the website. I am in the San Diego area. All right. Y'all know the drill. I love you, and I love it when you love me back. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.